There is a fraud of 1.4 billion in Punjab National Bank located in Brady House, Mumbai. Now, let's see how this fraud happened. The financial instrument that was used in this fraud is called a buyer's credit. Now, what is a buyer's credit? A buyer's credit is credits buyer is using a foreign branch to take a short-term loan to pay for the transaction that happened. For example, I have a diamond, a business, and I buy diamonds from overseas. The supplier from overseas and the buyer doesn't know each other. Hence, there is an opportunity for a scam cases such as the buyer doesn't pay the supplier once the diamond is delivered, or the supplier doesn't deliver the diamond to the buyer after he made the payment. In order to make the transaction transparent, they will use a bank as a middleman agent. In simple terms, once the diamond has reached the buyer, the bank will pay the supplier. This will enable them to have a smooth, transparent transaction.
Now I will explain the full procedure of the process. Once the supplier sends the invoice to the buyer will get a buyer's credit from the local bank, which in this case is PNB. Before the bank approve of the buyer credit, the bank will do a due diligence check by checking the buyer's credit worthiness. After approving, the buyer has to make a security deposit as a collateral to the local bank. The collateral is to pay the foreign bank in case the payment of the buyer is default, in case it fails. The local bank will send a LOU, letter of undertaking, to a foreign bank as a guarantee. This LOU contain principal amount plus the interest and the date of settlement for the loan for the buyer's credit. Once the supplier deliver the diamond to the buyer and the buyer receive the diamond, the buyer will notify the local bank to make the payment to the supplier. The local bank will notify the foreign bank through an encrypted network called SWIFT. And the payment will be made on behalf of the foreign bank.
Now, what is SWIFT? SWIFT is a standard for Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Through SWIFT, bank can communicate and relay instructions on the amount regarding the transaction, and the most important part is that the information is not stored anywhere. That means auditors cannot check the information nor the messages. For instance, if PNB were to give a SWIFT instruction to the foreign bank at about $1,000 of buyer's credit, then the foreign bank will transfer $1,000 into the PNB's Nostro account. Nostro account is an account set up by a foreign bank for another bank. Now, this is actually what happened between PNB and Nirav Modi. Well, you see, Nirav Modi is a diamond businessman. He import diamond from all around the world using buyer's credit through PNB. However, he does all of his buyer's credit without any security deposit. This is only made viable because there was collaboration with two officers in the PNB. They secretly issue LOU to Axis Bank of Hong Kong and Alabad Bank, totaling amount of $1.538 billion worth of loan without any collateral. These two PNB officials did not follow any bank procedure. So Nirav Modi companies have access to all the buyer's credits. Now, when the bank issue an LOU, the letter of undertaking, there is another banking procedure that they have to go through. and that is that they will register the LOU into the CBS, which is the core banking system. However, these two PNB officials did not register the LOU in the CBS. The two PNB officers used SWIFT to send instructions about Nirav Modi's company buyer credit to Axis Bank Hong Kong and Allahabad. Well, you see, SWIFT is usually linked with CBS. However, in PNB's case, SWIFT and CBS is not linked together. That's how the two PNB were able to commit fraud. When SWIFT and CBS is not linked, there will be no entries of the LOU in the CBS. Therefore, auditors cannot make any form of audit trail. Auditors cannot do any form of tracing or vouching. And because of that, they cannot detect the fraud.
So, how they were caught? On January 2018, Nirav Modi's company, Diamond R US, Solar Export and Stella Diamond requested PNB to give them a buyer's credit to them. During that time, one of the two officials that was collaborating with Navir Modi had long retired and replaced by a new deputy manager. So the new deputy manager told Nariv Modi's company if they want to do a buyer's credit with that amount, they have to do a security deposit as a collateral. Then the company replied to him saying they have been doing business with them for a long time and been using their facility without having any security deposit before that. The new deputy manager then went and checked the CBS for all the LOUs, letter of undertaking, that was issued for Nirav Modi's company, and none of them was registered in the CBS. He did his own investigation and found out that PNB has been engaging in fraudulent activity since 2011. He found out that Nirav Modi's company had never paid back their buyer's credit and all liabilities fall on PNB. PNB has paid the principal amount and interest on behalf of the company. The PNB filed a complaint to CBI on Nirav Modi, Nishal Modi, Ami Modi and Mehul Kaushik, stated they were suspected of committed fraud, and the mastermind of this fraud was Nirav Modi. He owns a big and famous diamond and jewelry business. In 2017, Forbes declared Nirav Modi was the 57th richest person in India. Nirav Modi studied in Belgium and returned back to India, Mumbai, to learn how diamond business from his uncle Mehul Kaushik, which is the CEO of Jitajil Group. In 1999, Nirav Modi built his first company, Firestar Diamond. Later on, he created a brand new Nirav Modi company name, and it was famous among Hollywood celebrities. And the ambassador was Priyanka Chopra. But once the fraudulent activity was exposed, Priyanka Chopra cancelled her contract. On 50th February, the Enforcement Director of India raided Nirav Modi's house, office and outlet and find out a total value of asset of 5,100 crores rupee. The PNB filed a second complaint on the Jital Group company and second raid was done. According to the Central Bureau Investigation of 1st January 2018, Nirav Modi and his uncle and his sibling has eloped from the country.
Now, what standards did they break? First of all, they broke the IFRS 9 financial instruments, in which that IFRS 9 falls under financial instruments, in which that financial instruments is divided into three: financial asset, financial liability, and equity assets. However, they did not follow the financial liability part, in which that they did not recognize it when it should be properly recognized, and they did not de-recognize it when it should be de-recognized, in which that when Modi did not pay for his collateral, then they should not recognize it as a liability. And they also break brand procedures. That is all from me. Thank you.